Welcome back, guys. Well, football season is over, but the NFL offseason has been very busy with guys moving all over the place, such as New England Patriots former QB Matt Castle and linebacker Mike Vrabel being sent to the Kansas City Chiefs for a second-round pick, number 34 overall in the draft. And the man of press, T.O., to the Buffalo Bills. It has been quite the offseason, James. What do you make of all this?
Now, everybody knows I love T.O. So it's great to actually get to see T.O. versus Randy Moss 2 times a year. That's going to be the battles of the 81s. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he can basically do for the Buffalo Bills. Maybe he can turn that team around. He just reported that he won't attend any of the off-season voluntary workouts, but he will go to the mandatory workouts. So that's a good thing.
Do you have a problem with that? Because I particularly do.
Well, no. See, this is the thing. The team knows what they're gonna get out of T.O.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's voluntary. So
But you should be at those workouts. It's a new team. You just signed a $6 million contract. If you had a bad falling out with the Dallas Cowboys, you need to go in there and impress your teammates. And I know that Trent Edwards is just in his second year, but he needs to create that chemistry in order for that team to win. That team is not going to go anywhere if T.O. is not in that locker room all the time with Trent Edwards, with Lee Evans, and all those guys around there.
But see, Lee Evans doesn't attend the voluntary ones either.
But Lee Evans has been with that team for plenty long enough.
I feel like it's T.O. He's been through it so many times. He's never went to involuntary, and I guess he's never going to change who he is. So, he said that he will be at every mandatory one. So, hopefully it works out for Buffalo. But then also, this whole trading Castle and Vrabel for a second-round pick.
For a second-round pick. I was quite disappointed about that when I first heard it. The original reports were, they're going to give up a first and a second-round draft pick. And I was like, yes. I couldn't wait to see that the Pats were going to get a first and a second round out of this, knowing that they already had number 23 overall in the first round, and I believe they already had a second rounder before the number 34. Now they've got, I think it's 6 selections in the first 100 picks, 11 selections overall. That is an astounding number. I think Bill Belichick's going to take that and he's going to use it wisely. I hope he uses it wisely. And I really can't wait to see what this draft.
Yeah, see, the thing with the Pats is, I feel like it's catching, the oldness is catching up, the Brady went down, and then the season, it's like they still had a good season, just missed the playoffs. But I feel like with this draft, maybe he can do something well to get his team younger, because the offseason acquisitions. You picking up Galloway, who's over the hill. He's not the same guy he used to be. Sean Springs is over the hill. Lee Bowden's a good pick. He's a good pickup. Banter Kane is gone. It's like you pick up the older guys. And I know you want to help out the younger guys, but it's like you're not bringing younger guys in. It's like you really need to establish some younger guys to make your team youthful, because a lot of teams are going youthful.
Yeah. I feel like they're trying to go that way. I really do. I think he knows that his team's getting older, and I think that's the part why Vrabel's gone now. I think we've gotten as much as we can out of Vrabel, so we're just going to pass. Hey, thanks for the time in New England. We're going to, pass you on to another team.
Yeah, Jared Mayo, let him go out, and he had a great year,
Yeah.
So, that's good, but there's so many teams who, it's like the Dallas Cowboys, they pick up all these older guys, they picked up Zach Thomas and all these other dudes, and these are over-the-hill guys, and you think that you can rekindle their old playing days, and it's just you can't keep competing with these younger teams. As much as you pick up these guys, the Cowboys kind of remind me of the Yankees. You keep picking up these big name guys, and they're not really helping out your team as much as you thought they would because of their prior. Way how they used to play.
All right. Well, what about Cutler? I really want to talk about Cutler too. Jay Cutler is demanding a trade now after a fallout with his coach. I think he's acting like a prima donna.
Honestly,
I really don't think Jay Cutler has the right to do that. I know Denver, the fans love him and all that stuff, but suck it up. This is a business. All these players always talk about when they sign fat contracts with another team. Oh, it's a business. It's a business. But when they want to, when the management wants to trade them to make a business decision, they go up in arms about it. It's like they're crying. I hate the fact that they're doing this now.
Well, see, being a player and knowing as far as things are going, Cutler has a legitimate reason why he's upset. Now, the thing was, Shanahan gets fired, which was a surprise to everybody because Shanahan's been there since the Terrell Davis, Elway years, you know?
Yep.
And he kind of felt like, well, he felt comfortable with Shanahan being his coach. And now it's like what happened was Shanahan's gone, but the rest of the staff was there. So Cutler felt like, okay, well, I can deal with the rest of the staff. And he said he met with the owner, and the owner said, yeah, well, we're going to keep the staff around. And Cutler agreed with that. But then he goes out and he hires, you know, the new coach, the guy from the Patriots.
Yep.
And then he fires the whole staff.
Yeah.
So now Jay Cutler felt like he was betrayed because you tell him, oh, well, we're going to keep the staff around so you can, like, stay used to the guys. But no, you mean you fire everybody. So now he's like, well, I feel like this organization is not keeping true to its word, so I want out.
Yeah.
You know?
All right, well, let's move on to the next segment, the NBA part.
Okay, well, it's almost playoff time in the NBA, and the East is really narrowing down to tight run for the top 3 spots. The Cavs, the Celtics, and the Magic are having a tremendous season, and it's looking like the playoffs are going to be something to watch. So, Ryan, what's your insight about how things are shaping up?
Well, we're going to make this quick, but I really like the way that the NBA Eastern Conference is shaping up right now. I think the Magic are becoming a team that is you know, they're going to have to be reckoned with. Dwight Howard had a monster game against the Celtics last night.
24 and 21.
Yeah, and LeBron's just doing it all. MVP, in my opinion. You know, I just think that it's going to be a much tougher road for the Celtics going to the NBA Finals this year.
Exactly. See, because the West has always been the West. You know, it's always been 1 through 8. Teams are close. But like I said, I feel like 18 is going to, you know, coming along the way for the Celtics. I feel like in the playoffs, they're a strong team. They're a really strong team, and I don't think anybody's really going to touch the Celtics. So, what do you think?
All right, guys. Well, it's March, and you all know what that means, our NCAA tourney. We're going to post our brackets, but me and James will talk about them right now, just real quick for a minute. Who do you like winning? We'll talk about who we have winning.
Well, I got UNC. Winning. I feel like, you mean, with Lawson and Hansborough, Green, like all them guys, it's kind of tough to match up, any team to match up with them one-on-one base as far as the team. Like, and Roy Williams is going to get them going, especially when Lawson in the lineup, because when he's in the lineup, it's like they're huge.
Yeah.
And I think
I have UNC as well, and I think there should be a very interesting last few games.
Yeah, I mean, I got them playing UConn. Like I said, UConn's another strong team, so that's how I see it. NCAA, I hope you guys stay tuned. Well, that concludes this season of Curry's Best Damn Sports Show. Hope you tune in next season to get all your sports action from your very own CC8. For Ryan Edwards, I'm James Bartell. Have a great spring.